It's really defining in a concise statement, what is the expected benefit that you are going to bring to your employer? It's not about your past. It's about the value you're going to bring going forward. So this concept of a value proposition is the starting point from where you're going to go for the rest of this journey in the next few episodes to find that right opportunity, that right job. So again, the value proposition is what you bring to the employer, not about all the great things you did and all the great experiences and training. That's not really it. That's good, but remember, an employer wants to know, what's in it for me? Why should I hire you? What's the value that you bring to me? Think about it. Why should I buy that car? Why should I buy that toaster oven? Why should I buy that couch? What's the value proposition? Is it a good bargain? Is it the right color? Is it the right flavor, shape, size? Is it a bargain? Is it something that will help me in my life or in my business in this particular case? We all have an opinion about what we're good at. Start there. Hey, I am really good at dealing with people. I'm really good. I can sell snow in the middle of the wintertime, okay? The point is, we all have an idea of what we're good at. Start with that. And as you probably got the idea in our previous sessions, is we talked about exploring what would you like to do? What excites you? What really motivates you? And then that combined with walking through that lever exercise should then help you to have a better idea of the kind of work you would like to do, which starts with not a resume, it starts with just that one simple long sentence about what is it I'm going to do for you to help your business. Military people have more to offer employers than any other group. Notice what I'm saying, any other group. No one comes to the table with the discipline, the training, the experiences, the responsibility, following directions, getting jobs done, being on time. There's no group of people that come to the table ready to go, ready to hit the ground running. For example, I worked with the military recruiter at the veteran recruiter, not military, the veteran recruiter at Walmart, who was a good friend of mine that I'd known for many years in active duty. And he said, the number one group that they enjoy hiring from is the veterans. As an example, Walmart they hire hundreds of drivers every month, hundreds of drivers. We're talking, across the United States. Well, guess what? For those people who are so inclined that want to do that kind of work, my goodness, coming in to be a driver in a well-paid job, driving for Walmart, whether it's small trucks, large trucks, or whatever else, they love military. They're on time, they're responsible, drug-free, all of those factors that they're looking for people to be a responsible employee for Walmart as a baseline to enter into the organization, to move into supply chain, logistics, or management, or anything else. So we're talking about people who come right out of their first term in the military. But it also is true for many other kind of opportunities within many companies across our country. I worked with Wells Fargo Bank, where they found that military people, now this was predominantly focused on the officers who already had their bachelor's degree, but still, they looked at them as a really great opportunity to bring into the bank for financial loan officers. Even though they may not have had any financial training, they know they were responsible, they know what risk means, they know how to communicate, they know how to get things done, and they would bring them in and recruit them, train them in their program, and then go from there as a loan officer for the bank. So the group, you being a veteran, you can't be in a better spot, okay? I'm just trying to tell you, there are so many great skills that you bring to the table that you don't even know. And I'm trying to emphasize this idea that whether you go to a website and you Google it, what are the top 10 reasons why employers hire veterans? And by the way, if you haven't done it, go do it right now. What are the top 10 reasons? And you're going to find, wow, that's me. I've got all those top 10 reasons. That should go into my value proposition. I don't even need to write the darn thing because it's right there. I just translate it over so it fits me, so it sounds like it's coming from me. So the good news is, and compared to some people that might not have that training, that military experience, you do. I want you to have the confidence that you are starting already 5 steps ahead of the competitors. Being in the military, we are typically more modest. It's all about the team. In fact, many times we're told don't use the word I. I did this and I did that. It's we did this, we did that, the team did this. So it's kind of conditioned out of us to not say the word I. One important thing that you have to remember is that in the civilian sector, in the non-military sector, you do have to toot your own horn. Now, I don't mean excessively, but more than you ever did in the military. This is what I did. I managed these people. I led this team. So you start inserting or reinserting the word I. Sometimes people that don't do that, the interviewer will think, well, the team did it, but they really didn't do it. The team did it. But the reality is, you led the team. Well, you need to say, I led the team to do this. And notice you're using the word I, which in the military, you know how there's no I in team? We're told that over and over and over again. All true. You need to kind of ratchet it up a little bit. So we're typically more modest in the military. We have to overcome those cultural characteristics that we absorbed by being part of the military. So it's not the fact that you're bragging using your value proposition, you're beginning to tell your story. So please remember that. It's okay. I want you to start using the term I. Once you got your value proposition down, for example, my value proposition, I do leadership coaching. I do leadership coaching for Fortune 100 companies, and I do some pro bono work and some other work for veterans in certain areas, for senior NCOs or senior officers. My value proposition is I help leaders be more successful, more rapidly, and be happier than they otherwise would be. So I'll say that again. My value proposition is I help leaders be more successful, more rapidly, and to be happier than they otherwise would be. And that's what I do when I talk to people. That's my opening sentence, and then I go into my story. So once I got my opening sentence down, I can then talk about, well, how do I do that? How do I do that? Through coaching or through leadership team development or through assessments or through observation or whatever it might be. But that's the devil in the details. But you get your value proposition down. Now we're going to start talking about in the next episode about how do you tell your story. We're human beings. It's all about telling a story. And when I say telling a story, I don't mean telling a fake story. It's like storytelling, like a fairy tale. I mean telling a story about yourself. Because that's the thing that allows you to connect with people, and that's how they're going to remember you. So we want to have the value proposition, the story that you can just tell about yourself. Then we're going to start doing the resume. Notice we're not starting with resume. So we're not there yet. So watch the next episode.